Merry Christmas, Matt. It's good
Thank
to see you. Obviously, it's been a good run, but it ended on Tuesday night, sadly. We can see 2 goals in 5 minutes against Dagenham in the FA Trophy replay. Have you looked back on the match and seen anything you'd like to improve on that particular match?
Yeah, it's not a game I'm going to dwell too much on. It was obviously very, very disappointing to go out of the trophy. It's not what we wanted, and we was hoping to get the tie done on Saturday, but unfortunately we had to go and have the replay in 120 minutes. It's probably the worst outcome for us. Yeah, disappointing to have the lead in extra time and to concede 2 sloppy goals, but like I said to the players after the game, over the 90 minutes away from home at Dagenham, it's another draw. We haven't got beat. You know, we've been beat over the 120 minutes. So if you're just looking at 90 minutes, the last 7 games we've lost 1. So we've got to try and be positive now and get the squad together and take it into this busy league campaign over the Christmas period.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the league. Obviously, that's the only thing remaining. We're still in the Surrey Senior Cup, of course, but that won't be until January. So obviously, with the amount of fixtures coming up now in the league, how much of a focus will you put on that for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, it's a big period, you know, the Christmas period and the league. The be all and end all is you know, in the summer is a big transitional period for the football club, both on and off the pitch. And the sole aim and the main goal, yes, of course, we'd love to 2 cup runs in the FA Trophy and FA Cup, but unfortunately our main focus has got to be the league, and that's where we are now. And we've got to make sure that we're in this division come the end of the season. So, like I said, it's a busy few games over a short space of time, and the squad is going to have to be used wisely, and it's going to be stretched like it already is at the moment. Yeah,
as you mentioned, busy period, 2 games in the space of a week. Once again, let's start with Wrexham tomorrow here at Gandergreen Lane. Both teams are at the bottom half of the table, so to Wrexham it's a massive game, especially with the fact that Sutton have gone 120 minutes this week. So how have you recovered from the arduous efforts on Tuesday night?
Yes, it was a difficult night. I think I'll mention now, because I'm sure it'll come out, that when I was driving home after the game at Dagenham, I got a phone call from Jamie Collins and Harry Buton. Both of them had been involved in a car accident. So I turned around and got back to the accident on the A12, where Jamie was being cut out of a car. It could have been a hell of a lot worse for both of them, but thankfully they, after many hours in the hospital and, you know, walking out of Romford Hospital at 4:30 in the morning, they have both walked out there with bumps, bruises and a bit of whiplash. So they certainly won't be involved on Saturday's game, unfortunately. So it's 2 players down, not football related. So with the time of the year, we're pleased, you know, that they are just got the bumps and bruises, and it puts everything in perspective, really, when I actually go and see the accident in the car and the situation, what was developing after the game there. So we've lost those 2. But you know, John Barden and Kenny Davis, who were ill and missed it, and Eastie doesn't look far away, so we have to make a few late decisions on there. But the squad is stretched at the moment. We are light on numbers, and we're going to have to just patch ourselves up and get everyone fit and available to what is a tough game, obviously against Wrexham with a new manager and a bit of a different side to what we played earlier on in the season at their place. You know, they haven't got expectations to be down there, one of the favourites to get promoted, and I'm sure they'll be looking to climb the league just like us as soon as possible.
And obviously Boxing Day we have Woking away, first of 2 in 5 days against them. That particular game I'm sure will be a challenge, as you mentioned, with the squad being so light. So what do you expect from Woking, especially with the fact that now you're playing twice in 5 days? You'll learn a lot from them.
Yeah, I like the way the National League do that. I like the double header, if you like, the 2 games, Christmas, Boxing Day and New Year's Day, against the local team, which are always good atmospheres and always high, you know, good attendances. So Woking have carried on their momentum of getting promoted last year. They've got some excellent results, and they sit in a very healthy league position right now. So of course there will be 2 tough games.
You mentioned obviously the thinness of numbers. With January coming, is there a tendency for you to ask for any loans or any additions to the club?
Yeah, we are where we are at the moment. You know, we're going to have to see how the squad holds up over the next couple of weeks. Nothing will be happening for a week or 2, but like you say, come that first week of January, you know, I'll be sitting down with the chairman and just seeing where we are. both on and off the pitch, and seeing what we can do, just maybe hopefully bolster the squad for the second half of the season.
And obviously, with the exceptions of Jamie Collins and Harry Beautyman, as mentioned, is there any other squad news you can give us ahead of tomorrow?
No, Jamie Butler's got a bit of a stiff back still, so he can't be involved. But as I said, we have to do some late calls on Craig Eastman, John Barden and Kenny Davis to see how they are for tomorrow's game.
Well, thank you very much, Matt. Hope you have a great Christmas. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Rob. Cheers.
Cool.